What is the relationship established with the public in creating a play about a different part of the process? It's a part of the process of making theater which I think is fascinating. So I wanted to explore it more and look at it more carefully. But I always enjoy it so much to be there during that part of what we call the tech rehearsal. I wanted for everyone in the world who doesn't have a chance to be there for that part of the process to get a chance to experience it as well. And if you can say that a lot of art is about wanting to give importance to your own experience, be it things of great pain or great joy, and say, here, you have to go through this as well. I think that was it, just that it seemed to me like a special place that I would understand more fully if I spent more time with it, but I thought others might be interested to understand as well. I think that in the theater, if you just go to see it casually, it's impossible to understand all of the insane effort and detailed work which goes into it. So I wanted people to have a chance to see that. So you're just sitting there watching, and at first I was very bored in texts, but then I became very interested in them, and I became very interested in what I was seeing, because you see things which are extraordinary and strange, and the kind of conversations that people have in tech are very specific to what they're making, or they're very throwaway. So I started in text in 2005. I started just taking notes from time to time. I'd hear things and I'd just start writing them down. And then when it came time to make the piece, I sat down with all of these transcripts of all of these different tech rehearsals and just kind of, began sniffing out stuff I thought was great, and also how that began to create other stories for me. So throughout the text are many pieces from many different tech rehearsals, which are, real bits of dialogue. But that was the process. So it was very long in a way. But I just wanted to get some kind of soundscape and visual scape of what I was experiencing. In the technical rehearsal, the stage manager is the most important person, the lighting designer, the set designer, and the crew. These are all the people who are the most important. So part of wanting to make a play about tech rehearsal was wanting to make a play that foregrounded the people who are working in the theater who you don't normally see and whose work you don't normally understand or know. So that was always something I wanted to do, but it was not until the headsets. I had written a whole draft of it, and I had shown it to some friends, including a director friend of mine who said, oh, do you know about, she told me about the world of the headsets, and all during the tech rehearsal I would see, men and women wandering around with the headsets, kind of talking into them, and the stage manager had the headsets and the designers had the headsets. But I never really tracked that they were having this whole other set of conversations. And she said, you should get on the headset. You should let them see if you can get on headset. She said the director is never allowed on headset. She said for the director it's a whole secret world. It's a real custom of the theater, at least in the States. I don't know how it is here. But I was working with some designers who I knew and who trusted me, so they let me go into headset. And I spent a couple of rehearsals listening to the headset and listening to all the discussions of everyone. And it was fascinating because it is this whole separate world. It parallels the one that we can see, but it has a different agenda. So I was very interested in that different agenda, and I was very interested in this was a very good way to understand better the world of the people who are just as essential to the process, but who don't have even in the tech rehearsal, they don't have a public face. They're doing their own thing behind the scenes. They're keeping out of the way in a certain way, but if it weren't for them, the whole thing would fall violently apart. So that was the insight. So I wanted the audience to be able to hear both worlds at the same time.